smart replenishment, consumer engagement, and how you can actually bring sustainability along with it. And here I have Lonica, who is the co-founder of Olivery, a local olive oil brand here and a trailblazer brand, I must say. So she's going to be talking about how to think differently and how to launch a smart packaging solution, really helping you grow your brand and differentiating in the marketplace. So let's start with, what's the latest in the market, right? And as all of us know, consumer is the king, right? And today's day and age, consumers want instant gratification. In fact, there is a trend going on called VV, uh, VV, right? So EVVV. Yeah. It's a very interesting trend. It says, I want what I want when I want it. And that means that consumers expect instant gratification. It's no more wait or delay or, I'll be patient. It's all about instant gratification. And brands who can really achieve that need is going to win the market. And with that, there's another trend that consumers don't want to choose between convenience and sustainability. It's those brands that don't make that make it a no-brainer that the consumers go with that brand. So really, you're coming. If you have to bucket the consumer experience and how it has evolved, it comes down to three main things: personalization, convenience, and consumer engagement. And brands who can go the extra mile to achieve each of these will really stand out. And that's how we will be focusing our presentation today on how you can use smart packaging to really capture this need in the market and really build products suited to your consumer needs. The other trend is e-commerce, right? Everybody knows e-commerce is really growing at 65%, more so post-COVID. So it's really extremely important to piggyback on this trend. However, there is always the problem with subscription in e-commerce, where you know how you get more product than you actually have or need, and if you're out of town, you get a whole bunch of product. It really doesn't match your need based subscription. It's more on a frequency base, and that creates a 40% churn in the industry. So, this is one thing that we are catering to, where we create a need based subscription. And how we do that is through a smart label that you can put on any bottle, jar, any product. So, here we have an example of an olive oil bottle that is from Olivery, but really it captures the volume remaining. It has sensors. It determines how much is remaining in the bottle or jar or carton and transmits that data through Bluetooth into our dashboard, where you as a brand can see in real time how, when, and where your product is being used, and more importantly, when consumers run out, and it auto reorders into your e-commerce, creating a need-based subscription with a connected e-commerce solution. So fully automated that consumers don't have to think and consumers don't run out of their favorite products. And you as a brand can increase the lifetime value of your consumers due to auto reorder. And you also get real-time insights. So with the dashboard, we are excited to launch our Fill Again app. This is a marketplace as well as a consumer facing app, and it allows for one, the marketplace. Think of it like a marketplace for all your connected products. So if you're a brand and you want to launch a connected product, talk to us because we can list it on our Shopify store and get you consumers. So it's really a consumer acquisition channel, as well as the app itself is a very engaging element for the consumer. So one, it auto reorders. Two, it creates the sustainability impact for the consumers because they can see how much impact they're creating to the environment by going the refill way. So in this case, we are having a single size bottle and refill packs, and Olivery will talk about it as an example. So you're really giving the consumers a very engaging piece as they use the product with this app. So think of it almost like a personal assistant. And we'd love to show you a demo on this app later today. Please visit us at the demo table. And now I'll hand it over to Lonica, who will give you a very exciting case study about how they launched their brand with Adrich.
Thank you. Yeah, well, our company is Olivery, like this olive oil through your post. We have a smart bottle with a label on the back, and it sees when the bottle is almost empty. And then you get your refill pack through regular post. And this is a much more sustainable way to deliver your olive oil instead of every time buying a new bottle. So our concept is like the following. We have a normal bottle, just a regular bottle, and a smart bottle. So as a consumer, you can choose for a bottle with the tag or without. The bottle is refillable. So here is the pour, you can take it off and you can refill it very easily. Then you can take or you can choose a normal subscription or just buy one-off refill, or you can choose for the smart bottle. And with the smart bottle, you don't have to worry or think about your olive oil supply anymore. Uh, and why you want that? Normally, for example, I have like a coffee bean subscription, or I have like a food box at home, or a granola subscription. And sometimes I cook dinner for the whole family, and sometimes I'm on a holiday for 2 weeks. So my subscription or my life is not regular. It's not every week the same. So your life is not every week the same. So your use is also not the same every week. So sometimes with a normal subscription, you're running out of stock or olive oil in our case, or you have just too much stock in your kitchen. So the smart bottle only orders a refill when you actually need it. So how did we start? Well, we came up with this concept like, let's try with a smart bottle. We like it, but we don't know if the consumers like it. So first we started a crowdfunding campaign just to see if there was any interest in our concept. And luckily there was. We had a successful crowdfunding campaign on Kickstarter, and we funded there for 40,000 euros so we could start. Second step, we were invited to join the TV show Dragon's Den. So we did a pitch there of not 3 minutes, what you see on television, but it's like 40 minutes. It's a pitch, and there also we attracted some investors. And then, yeah, the word of mouth started. That's, I think, the most important one. Also, the word of mouth, because of the word of mouth, we were invited for the BNR News Radio, so national radio station, and we could explain there about our concept as well. And in the meantime, we found Adrich because we had a concept, we have the olive oil, we have the packaging, but we don't have the tag. So luckily we met Adrich, and yeah, first we going to show a short video.
So it was perfect timing, and this is how the whole thing works, right? So basically, there's a new concept of smart subscription. So you opt in there, and we send you a package with, like Lonica said, is a very sustainable way of sending just the package. And this is the smart label with the bottle. And this consumers use it as a showpiece in their kitchen, which looks nice and different, so it adds a differential top of mind. And basically, when they run out, the sensor detects, auto reorders, sends a refill, and this cycle continues on and on because our tech can detect when it's run out, but they can also detect when you refill. And so we create a closed feedback loop from the consumer to the brand, one with auto reorders, but also gives a lot of granular insight on how long does it take for a consumer to finish a bottle of olive oil. So right now we are integrated with their WooCommerce system, and that's how instead of consumers coming online and ordering, it's almost like the product just sends the order straight. So you have 100% conversion rate there, and that has had a good cyclical feedback loop, bringing in sustainability and convenience at the same time. And here are some results.
Yeah. Well, we are online for around 4 years. So we started first with a normal subscription. And then I think 2 years ago, we launched as well the smart bottle. And what we see are some differences between the use of the regular bottle and the smart bottle users. So the regular users are mostly reordering around 8 to 10 weeks. In our first business case, we thought that they would order much faster. But we see in the smart bottle users that they are reordering faster. So that's around 6 to 8 weeks. So they use it more, but also the refilling or the refill order gets really right on time. And for us, it's much easier, of course, to send a package like this, which fits to the letterbox. So also our delivery costs really decreased as well. So we see a really different usage from the smart bottle user. They are more interested as well in our company. They are really interested into the product, and they use it more, and the refilling, the refill orders is more accurate. And besides just the numbers we receive, we also get some feedback, of course, of our users. Normally we don't hear anything because everything is running smoothly. So they say it's working like it's need to work. So we don't have any contact. But if we ask them, then they say, I'm very satisfied because I only get a refill when I actually need it. And that's the most important one. Yeah, why we started collaborating with Adrich? Well, like I said, we had a concept. We had the concept of a smart olive oil bottle. We have the marketing tools, we have the packaging, we have the Italian olive oil, so the best quality there is, to our opinion. But we don't know anything about tech, an app, or smart labels at all. So we just found Adrich online, and it was like a hallelujah moment. Everything was ready. They had a technique, they had an app, they had a smart label, and they already had experience with consumer products and also with subscription products. So that's why we started cooperating together. Um, they are from Pittsburgh and we from the Netherlands, from Driebergen. And it's very nice to have this collaboration. We do together also, while they do the technical development, we have like the feedback from our users and they can develop along the time.
Yeah, it's definitely been a lot of fun working with Lonica and her team. Specifically, as you can see, it's a new concept, a very trailblazer brand, launching it in a very different way, and it's a mindset change. And the good news is consumers are also aligning with this change. It's not that we are pushing something, it is a need in the market, and it's a very innovative way to launch. And like I said, it's been iterative development and a lot of fun, and we'd love to explore more opportunities with all of you as well. But really bringing it all together, right? We started with what the consumers are wanting in today's day and age, and how we can bring loyalty and retention through smart packaging, how we can achieve consumer engagement at point of use, which is a complete differentiation today, and along with it, bring about sustainability the way Olivery is doing it, because you're basically getting refill in the mailbox. One, you're saving costs on single use bottles and full size bottles, but also you're contributing to the environment by reducing the use of plastic and packaging materials, etc., saving costs and also aligning to your sustainability goals. So we are excited to talk more, but also right now there is a pre-order open, Lonica, on your website if you want to experience the reorder.
Yeah. So if you are like interested in the quality food, so our olive oil is an Italian olive oil. You can use it for grilling, for baking, and for dressing. And if you also are a Teggy, and I think a lot of people here are, then the smart bottle is available now for pre-ordering.
With that, we'll open for questions and happy to answer.
Oh, yes.
Hi. I think the presentation was great and you have the client advocating for it. So it's pretty cool. And I want to know, is this only for liquids or is it also for things like powders, protein shakes and things like that?
Technology works across the board. It works on liquid. The technology works across the board. It works for liquid. We also have a demo unit on wipes, the cleaning wipes. We've done pet food, we've done coffee. So liquid pourables, solid pourables, including vacuum cleaners. So the tech has been versatile in that sense, and it's scalable too. So the sensors are the same, whether it's going on a olive oil or on coffee or anything. It's the software or the calibration that changes with the product. So the way you use olive oil is different than the way you use whey protein, and we simulate that in the software. So that way you have a scalable solution, bringing in economies of scale at higher volumes and making the ROI work for it.
Thank you. Very nice to see this new innovation and enabled by technology. So really good. I'm curious around the consumer acceptance. So it definitely hits the need of refillable packaging, but it comes at a cost. So I'm really curious how you make it work so that people really feel the value. I mean, high price for high level olive oil, I think around the direction of 20 euro, right? We are entering potentially the year of recession. So will people still be willing to pay that amount of money? How do you ensure this customer loyalty? But I do need to compliment you because you made it easy and convenient. So you hit a very good pain point. But the price, especially next year in the crisis times that we all expect, what's your strategy there? How do you keep customers?
Let me think. Well, first of all, we of course launched the concept just to check if there was any interest. So that's why we did a crowdfunding campaign first. What we see at the moment that people are quitting some subscriptions. We don't ask for a reason, of course, but we get a little bit higher questions about I want to quit my subscription. But I think the highest price they pay at the beginning. So you can choose for a normal concept or the smart bottle. So there is only that we ask the premium price. So afterwards, the price of the subscription are the same. And I think, well, we really dive into a niche market. So you need to be a foodie and you need to be a techie as well. So we don't focus on everyone. And I think when you're really interested in these kind of food products and also interested in tech products, then yeah, this is the product for you. Of course, it's not maybe that high of numbers or customers, but they are very loyal when they actually start to begin or to use your product.
As Lonica said, the premium is charged upfront, and it's almost like a showpiece in the house, right? So it's a one-time purchase. The battery on the smart label lasts for more than 2 to 3 years, and it's almost like your camera, right? You purchase once, and then there is always a refill, or for that matter, the cell phone, where you buy a cell phone and then you have the charge on the mobile rates. So similar concept, and you know, eventually when the people buy the bottle upfront, then the refill is normal. So you're just getting the upfront money on the opt-in, and then it becomes a regular subscription.
Thank you very much for this presentation, really insightful. Two questions, one for you in terms of business model. How do you manage the margin when you sell the first bottle as a Moser pack? I would say you sell at a much lower price a refill. So how your business model works with such decrease? And my second question is for you. Um, is it a choice to make the sensors visible outside the bottle and disrupt the aesthetical aspect of the bottle compared to the sensors included into the cap?
Yeah. So for the first questions, the margin on the refill is the highest. So like the margin on just a smart bottle is not that high. It's near cost price. And well, the margin is the highest for the refill, and we earn money after the fourth refill. So the longer a customer stays our stays a user, then the more we earn. But we start earning money after 4 refills.
And for the answer for the second question, yes. So many brands want to show off this kind of smart label outside just because it stands out. And like I said, it's positioned as something nice that you want to show off in the kitchen or on the bathroom counter. For example, we have a wipes canister which we'll show the samples. We also have a sleeve kind of form factor. So all of these are differentiators. But long term, we have right now these are smaller volume production. But long term, we can really print it on the bottle itself, and it can go on a roll-on-roll label. But that's at really high volumes. Right now, we are focused on the e-commerce SKU. We're not yet in the brick and mortar, so this is all done for online because it fits in very well. But as we grow with volumes, the technology is in such a way that it can be really applied in the labeling printing plant. Uh, the peel and stick format, the way it's stuck outside, it can be really quick to market. So tomorrow, if you want to create a connected product and launch, you have a marketplace, you have our technology that basically a co-packer can really stick it to any product post-production. You don't have to change your packaging and launch it quickly, learn from the market, and we scale together. And that's been the process we have deployed so far. Thank you.
Thank you.
So my question would be, as the bottle is supposed to be in use for up to 2 years, I would be scared that the label would like get removed, or also if it's still sanitary, because you would have to clean the bottle, right? If the label is, yeah, is it so stick on that it would still be functional?
Yeah, I think, well, Adrich said like 2 years, but the battery lasts longer, around, well, we go for 3 years and maybe 4. The thing is with olive oil that it don't attract bacteria, just because it cannot mix to each other. Olive oil cannot go, yeah, doesn't really have a shelf life. It only gets like the quality of olive oil only gets a little bit, well, maybe a little bit less about after a year or something. So what you can do is you don't have to wash it or clean it. You just have to refill it. Not everyone likes that, so you can of course clean it then, but just with some warm water and some soap inside, and just with a towel on the back. I use mine, I think, like 3 years already, and it's still nice. It's just glass, so you can just wipe it. It's very easy.
Right. And in terms of the battery life itself, like Lonica said, 2 years is the minimum. You know, we've done products where it goes up to 5 years. So it's really kept the consumers in mind so they don't have to keep changing and uh, recharging the battery, for example. But also we put it on shampoo bottles, which can go into the shower. So it's fairly durable on the label side. But yes, from the we work with the brand to understand, you know, is it going to be used in a dishwasher, for example, and things. So we made the tech to work per the brand strategy and for their products.
Thanks. Yeah, very interesting concept. I can get the application for the e-commerce thing, and you've got an environmental story to tell in that. But my concern is, what about the paper carton that you're posting and the plastic pouch that you're putting the refill in? Is there any sustainability issues around that? That's one question, totally unrelated. I've seen similar types of things for pharmaceutical products with alerts. So my question is, do you have wider ambitions to get this into a non-e-commerce type thing, but more into the pharmaceutical compliance aspects of life for refilling and alerts to the doctor and the patient that they need to get their meds renewed? Thank you.
Thank you. Well, for the first part of your question, yeah, this is plastic, and that's bad. So that's clear. The thing is, glass is sustainable if you use it more. If you use it only once, then it's not that sustainable as well. It has a pretty high carbon footprint because you have to collect it, you have to clean it, you have to recycle it, of course. And the recycling process is there, but has a high carbon footprint. So what we decided is, because this one has a lower carbon footprint, but it's still plastic. So we have to work on the plastic solution. So the first step is a recyclable pouch. So then we can recycle it often. And we are already testing with a biodegradable pouch. But that's pretty hard because there's olive oil inside. And if there is any leakage in your post, then they're not happy at all. Then, like this one, a glass bottle or a bigger bottle, you have to send in with a normal package. Because it's glass, you have to protect it, so you need protection material. This is very strong and flat, so this can go to regular post, so in your letterbox. So you don't need a big package, not a lot of packaging, and the mailman or woman can just deliver it by foot or by bike, and just put it in the letterbox. So it's a difficult story, of course, but we see the plastic, like the plastic solution, in well, we are also working on that.
Yeah, and to answer the second question, yes. So in fact, we are doing some consumer insight study with Centrum, which is the vitamins bottle for compliance with the Haleon brand. That is exactly what one of the use cases are. And it is an ecosystem. So because it's all digital, in CPG, we are connecting the manufacturer with the consumer and eventually the retailer. So we can very easily translate that into healthcare, where we bring in the whole ecosystem, the doctors, the patient, the insurance providers, as well as the pharmacy into one single ecosystem. And that is a vision. We want to season the technology with CPG, and as we've already started some consumer insights into vitamins and over the counter, eventually as the technology gets more seasoned, we will get into more drug related and pharmacy related applications. So that is a vision eventually. Okay, so thank you, everyone. And if you want to launch your connected product, please visit us at Fill Again website. We'd be happy, and we'll help you launch your connected product and also get you consumers. So thank you so much for your time. Happy to show you a demo as well. Thanks.